Hello everyone, happy Thursday! I know we're doing our coffee talk a day early. Now, it is not technically the weekend, but I am using my It's the Weekend mug. However, I am not having coffee and I am still wearing underwear. Maybe tomorrow when Mark's here, I'll switch it up. So, per usual, we're going to revisit our fair lady, Chantal Marie, Foodie Beauty, Big Beautiful Me. I wonder how many people know her as just Big Beautiful Me. She had like 50,000 subscribers before I think she changed it to that. But at any rate, she had another interesting week, as most are, depending on your perspective, I suppose. There were some high points. There was a continued commitment to what she believes is keto, and maybe some setbacks, but we're going to go along and see how she did. So let's just pick up where we left off, okay? So last we checked, it was day 16 of the keto weight loss, and on day 16 it was like I think it was weigh-in Wednesday, and she was hoping to be somewhere in the 350s. Oh, she agreed to do weigh-in Wednesdays. Her last weight checked was like 362, I believe. And she's been going to the gym, and she was huffing and puffing, and in the last video before we go into this, she was talking about having some medical exams. So she's got a lot of medical stuff going on between her lady concerns, which I know next to nothing about, and then her concerns related to her obesity and her embolisms. So we start with 30 days of keto, day 17, motivation. Now, the cat's in this. Sam, I think, is the name of the cat. Now, the cat's cute. It's cute. And she's something, Beeson? I don't know what that means. Is he acting up? I'm not sure. It sounds like it's cute to them, but... So she's cleaning out the kitchen cabinets and getting rid of some stuff, all the basically health food from other diets, I guess. Apparently BB had some connections through a food pantry, so she's going to be donating the food. That does make me happy to hear. I think that's a good thing to do, especially if you're buying health food off and on and not eating it. At the food pantry, my mom works at one, or she works for an agency that has a food pantry. They'll take anything they can get. You know, and you'd be surprised the number of people that come in for free food that would be interested in getting, like, you know, gluten-free pasta and stuff like that. You know, just because a person's impoverished doesn't mean that they might not have some dietary choices. What a treat to be able to choose, you know? So that's a good deed on their part, I would say. Again, the cat. The cat makes more cameos. Now, I love my cat. I love Bandit. I never wanted a cat, never had a cat, and I'd give him a kidney if he needed it. But if I was going to make a video that more than half of it seemed to be about my cat, I wouldn't label the video anything to do with keto, because it has to do with my cat. That's a personal choice. I guess it wasn't hers. She did use him in the thumbnail, though. And again, he's a cutie. She said her mood is not doing as well. She is taking Lexapro and Vyvanse throughout this journey. She said she thinks she's having withdrawals, maybe, because of sugar and whatnot, changing lifestyles. And she said that this is the feeling that she usually gets before she caves. I'm imagining she's familiar with that feeling because she's had challenges staying on track with any lifestyle change she's attempted. You know, usually it's a matter of days before she caves, her words. So, day 18, we come to next. Full day of eating keto and mall walk with Rina, who, again, I like her. I don't know why. She was getting a jackalope tattooed on her arm. I thought that was fantastic. I think it's ridiculous. So, she said she's feeling better because that craving had passed from the day before, which is good. Cravings, you know, do pass. They come back sometimes, but they pass. She said she's probably not going to lose a ton of weight this week. Now, I feel like she's laying the groundwork because it's not like she's going to the doctor to get a scale. She can weigh herself anytime she wants at home. Nothing is stopping her. And if she's anything like me, and if she's weird about food and her body and has a little OCD, like I do and did, she's probably been on the scale a few times already. So she knows which way the wind's blowing. The mall walking with Chantal, she was trying on shoes. And she said she spent too much. And guess what she bought? This seems to be a trend of people I watch, except for one or two. Candles. Candles. Bath and Body Works for candles. These must be great candles because I follow a lot of people who spend a lot of money on these things. I don't get it. I'm not mad at you. I am kind of judging you a little bit. I'll concede to that, but I don't get it. I don't get it. We have candles. We like candles, but I'm not dropping 20 bucks on a jar candle. I can't. So, let's see here. 30, you know what I was thinking too as I was watching her food before I go to the next day? The way she's eating, I'm looking at it and thinking, I could eat like this. It's like salty, heavy, fatty foods, a lot of meat. And my understanding of keto was something that wouldn't work for me. So either keto's not as bad as I thought it was, or she's doing it wrong. I'm not sure which. Day 19 of 30 days of keto. She's talking about some small victories she had. And some of these are very good small victories. She can sit less walking around. When she went to the hospital, she didn't have to take breaks. She parked further away from the mall when she went with Rinna, so she didn't have to park in what's probably the equivalent of like a handicap spot, and she would just run in and run out. Uh, Her mood changes for the better. She feels a little more, her word, empowered. Uh, She's looking into insurance plans for prescriptions because the Vyvanse isn't covered. It's a few $100s. Welcome to America. Okay, from Canada. One of my meds, my psych meds, without insurance is $1,400 a month. That's like 40 bucks a pill, something like that. I could, for $1,400, I could spend a night in the hospital with round-the-clock nursing. And for $40 a day, I could catch another habit, so I feel you on the expense part of that. Some are more than others, and these are just psych meds. This is a different issue. I shouldn't have watched the news this morning. And one of the small victories she listed, which caught me off guard, was she said she went to get shoes, and she was asking Rena and the associate for help with her socks and shoes. And she framed that in with the victories. Now, that can go two ways. It's either totally not a victory because you can't reach your feet. I mean, just straight up. That's the scenario. Or it's a victory because you've lost some of your ego and you're asking for help. It could go either way. That depends on your perspective. I'm not sure what's in her head. If she's framing that as a victory because she's less self-conscious, okay. As far as, not being able to reach your toes, I don't know that I would frame that as a victory in terms of a weight loss journey, but maybe it's another kind. I don't know. We'll leave that to the historians. Let's see. Going into keto days 20 and 21. Now she's getting a sleep study done, and she gives a disclaimer before the video even starts that it's a cheat day and she's doing dirty keto. That sounds so sinister. For breakfast, and I wrote her foods down for this, eggs, bacon, ketchup. And she said she's feeling anxious, she's having a sleep study, she thinks she has the keto flu. I'm starting to catch on here. I'm not so ignorant of keto that I think something's up with the way this is shaken down. And she said she's not going to the gym. There was some reason, but she's not going to the gym. Lunch, cheese whisps, crackers, and it had to be half a cup of ranch dressing. Come on. I know it's a high-fat diet, but half a cup of ranch dressing? I know I don't get it. But, come on. Before you discovered keto, would you have sat down to half a cup of ranch dressing? I don't know. I'm being bitter and I'm probably being ignorant, and feel free to leave that below. But I don't get it still. Unless she's, like I said, not getting it either. So, she said the medication makes her want to clean. Yes, when I was taking amphetamines in college, I used to like to clean too. She's prepping for her sleep study, she's got her CPAP, she's got all that stuff. For dinner, this is what makes me think I can do keto and why she may not be doing it 100%. For dinner, she had 3 hot dogs smothered in keto chili, cauliflower mash with cream and cheese, and 3 string beans. So, I don't know. I mean, imagine if you were a young child, and your mother served you that for dinner. 3 hot dogs covered in chili, no buns. I don't know. It doesn't sit. First, let's put the keto lifestyle aside, because that's a matter of like personal choice. It's a choice she's doing. What was not a choice, what was what the doctor prescribed for her to eat. A few times a day, balanced diet. And laid out for her what it was, and if the doctor didn't, the nutritionist sure as hell did. So, I still get stuck on the fact that she went to the psyche merge, and I'm glad she went, because if she was as frazzled as she said she needed to go. I don't think she was wasting emergency services. I don't think she was being dramatic. I think she needed to go. It helped fast track her into getting into this help with the doctor and the nutritionist. She was, begging for it. She needed it. And then she got it, and she now seems to be just blowing it completely off. The only thing she likes from the doctor and nutritionist right now is the diet pill, pretty much. You can get Lexapro from any doctor. I don't know if any doctor would prescribe Vyvanse, though. So that still sticks in my craw, because it's something I've done too. You ask for help, you beg for the help, you get the help, and you decide, yeah, but I know better. Yeah, but I read somewhere. Yeah, but I heard a bunch of people are doing. Now, I'm all in favor also of taking charge of your own health care, and I think I said this in the last video, but find folks who will work with you. Find a doctor who's very well versed in what you're trying to do. A balanced diet isn't for everybody. You ever watch 600 Pound Life? He doesn't put bariatric patients on balanced diets in their first month. 1,200 calories, 0 fat, 0 carb, high protein, little fiber. That's prescribed for that individual based on their weight, their medical history, all the other stuff that goes with it. It's not willy-nilly just given out on handouts when you see a doctor for those issues. So that still sticks with me. But at any rate. So don't trip over my soapbox on your way out, by the way. So she does the sleep study. She went for a walk. She said she was going to eat some keto sweets and then hung out with her mom. The last time she hung out with her mom and had keto sweets, she went to McDonald's the next day. So, day 22, am I doing it wrong? Well, this is where we get to the point where I think she is doing it wrong. She got a keto urine strip test and it was negative. She did her weigh-in. She was 360 something last week and she was almost 390. 369.8. So she had gained about 8 pounds. She talked about anything but that for the next 5 or 6 minutes. She said she got a pill organizer to put her pills together. I know she has a lot of medical conditions. That's a great idea. I have one. It's useful. Pills get confusing. She didn't binge, so she didn't know what happened. She also started to introduce things that are not excuses, but she lightheartedly put them in, that she hasn't used the bathroom in like 4 days. That she thinks she's retaining a lot of water. Her ankles are swollen. Well, it could be the 3 hot dogs drowned in chili with the spicy sausages and all the cheese. I mean, that's a lot of high sodium food. But, that's fair. She's going to have to tell her doctor about the weigh-in. She owns up to that. She says she will. She can do what she likes. He already said what he thinks will help, which is moderation. 3 meals. So, you went to him for his opinion the first time. If you go back this time, his opinion probably won't change because he's a professional and he gave you his professional opinion. He'll probably give it to you again. I don't know. She said she's been playing with the macros. Maybe she'll play with the fat and the protein. I don't know if she's well enough equipped in nutrition to play with those kind of things and have a good outcome. I'm not. The only reason I know anything I know about nutrition is because I have a history with eating disorders. And most of us are not most of us, I'm not going to speak for everybody. I was very smug when I would talk to nutritionists and dietitians because I thought I knew everything because I could tell you the number of calories in pretty much any food out there. I've read labels since I was 15. I'm 37. So, I think I know much better. I thought I knew much better. And, she's got know-it-all syndrome too. So that's like when I see her, I see me. When I say the ugly parts of her are the ugly parts of me, I like to think I'm in ugly parts remission. And that comes in and out. I'll own my ugly bits. But that's why I relate to her. That's why I usually don't come down on her very hard. Because I can kind of imagine what's going through her mind, I think. But like I said, I'll give myself the benefit of the doubt and I'll give it to her. She could be a lost soul trying to get herself together, struggling and falling over herself a few times, but trying to get back up. Or she could be a huge calculating liar. It's one or the other, so. And then she did 2 live streams, and y'all know what I think about live streams. So, this was the thing that it came down to. She gained weight. Now, from reading in the comments underneath some of her videos, people had basically said, bottom line, calories in, calories out, regardless of your diet. You know, people say vegans tend to be healthy too. But if I was living on French fries and Oreos and eating a lot of them, I don't think I would be healthy. You know, I think you could probably do keto the wrong way too. So my hope for her is that if she continues with keto, she would do some more research, maybe find a doctor who's very supportive of that lifestyle and who can work with her specifically on making better choices within a keto lifestyle. Because it doesn't sound like she's going to get that help from where she's going for treatment now. And if that's her choice, cool, that's her choice. But get support around that choice. I think that would be maybe a good start. Again, that's my non-medical, non-professional opinion. This is just one recovered to another. So, you know, I wish her well. I hope she's doing okay. Something is going to happen soon, I think. This is the longest I've seen her number a video to anything. This beats 100 days of weigh-ins from Amber Lynn. I'll give her that. So, hang in there. Foodie Beauty, Big Beautiful Me, Chantal. I'm not that mad at you this week, but I think you might be getting a little off track. So, play it close to the vest. And again, caveat, if you are a huge manipulative liar, that's not cool. But I'll still keep watching. So thank you all for watching. Please subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. You can follow Mark and I on Instagram at SmokeySteveAndMarc or on Facebook at SmokeySteveAndMarc. Our email and P.O. Box information is below for any sort of correspondence. And we will catch up with you all soon. Happy Thursday. Bye.